Hello and welcome to episode 28 of Series 5 of Master League Story Mode. Now today's episode promises to be an absolute beast, and I am flagging if I'm honest in real life. I was on a holiday today, I wasn't at work, but I took my daughter to the zoo and my word is that 10 times more tiring than actually going to work. So I am very, very tired, but we've got a lot to deal with here. We've got negotiations to deal with. We've got the first game of the Premier League era for Marcelo Bielsa against Spurs straight away from home. That's going to be a huge test. And I think we'll just pretty much get straight into that. I don't know if there are anything negotiations-wise that we need to do. We're waiting to hear from a player we might be playing against today, Son Heung-min from Spurs. Hopefully, Pochettino will give his old mate Marcelo Bielsa a bit of a hand, a bit of a helping hand for this season by letting us loan out a top player who's obviously out of favour at Spurs at the moment. He is in decline, but he's absolutely a player we want. We can't technically sign him until we've signed Divock Origi, who we can sign at 81 even though our overall limit is 80 because we started negotiating with. Anyway, doesn't matter, we can sign Origi, but we just need to find the money for that. At the moment we're a fair bit shy. We can sell PT Pablo, we've got Drisi as an option, we've got Lookman as an option. I would be happy with the loan of Son, signing Origi, and then somehow finding some money for a centre-back somewhere. Maybe we sell Cooper, maybe we sell Matty, I don't know. But if we can get that done, we may well get that done before the end of this episode. We may well leave it on a cliffhanger for transfer deadline day and hopefully then get some votes going, but it's going to be very tight. And I would like to apologise in advance to the patrons if I don't get any votes done for this transfer window. That takes a bit of planning and I'm, back to the wall still after the house move. So it might not be doable. Did we have anything in the scouts to look at? Got a centre-back called Lianco. He could be one we put in a bid for. Probably get him pretty cheap. And he's a good all-rounder, so tempting. Some of you actually mentioned, I forgot, that Kessie did pop up. Incredible player, obviously 23-year-old at Milan. And he's an incredible all-rounder, absolute beast. Reminds me a bit of Olivier and Cham. Can play anywhere through the centre. I did have a little look at how much he would cost, and he wanted over 2 million salary, and that's not going to work. So with that out of the way, let's get into the first game. Actually, there's one thing that I did want to do before we go, and that is just make sure, because I was looking at Callum Patterson, who is obviously an absolute beast in the air. We want to make sure he is up for the corners. So we'll change that. Pontus we want as well. Pizarro, he can stay back. Bernardo coming in as well. Lovely work. So we'll get back into the transfers properly after this first game, but let's kick the episode off with a win. First game of the Premier League season, and a little bit of a new thing for you here. We've got a throwback kit. Yes, we have. This is our kits for this season. I found these on Reddit, on the WEPES or WePES Reddit user called DJ Greedo. I don't know if you watch this, you probably don't, but you are a Leeds fan clearly. I don't know why you would go to the trouble of making these beautiful 93-94 season kits if you weren't a Leeds fan. But yeah, this was an incredible Leeds side. They actually finished 5th in this season under Howard Wilkinson, but it had players such as Gary Speed, rest in peace, Gary McAllister, Gordon Strachan, amongst many. David Rocastle was there for a bit, so what a side. And some lovely kits as well with that throwback Thistle Hotel sponsor. Love a throwback kit. It's an Asics kit as well, which is pretty cool. We've got a couple of different versions here. We've got this away kit. I'm not sure about that undergarment there, Mason, but we'll allow that. Oh, and Mason Mount's got a new face. Don't know if we spotted that yet. Not a huge amount better than Shales' version that we were working with, and that's a nice one as well. We've got a third kit for this season. But I'm a big basketball fan, and they quite often throw out the throwback kits for NBA sides. We'll go and start with the white today, even though they're away from home. But with that out of the way, let me know what you think of that. I'm very, very pleased with them, so thank you to the anonymous Reddit user. How's everyone looking today? Well, as we know, we really don't want to be playing this formation. I'd love to have Jack Harrison out on the right, Mason Mount in the middle, but Brunetta is going to stay in. Obviously, Romero comes in. He was a beast in the last game. It's going to make a huge difference to us this season, I think. And as we know, Matty, Pablo may not be in the side much longer, but we're going to have to go with it as it is. We could well have, hopefully, Son and Origi on either wings with Mason Mount in the middle, Maxi Romero up top. That would be great. Quick look at Spurs. Son does start on the left, which is interesting. A lot of transfer speculation, obviously, around him swapping sides, but it's not stopping him playing. Remember when Sanchez did that for Arsenal at United? That was a mistake. But this is a high-quality Spurs side, as we know. Ericsson and Ali behind Harry Kane. We're going to have our work cut out today. But what we do want to do is just start positively. Show a little bit of what made us so successful in the Championship. Right, let's do this. So the last time that Leeds United were in the Premier League was all the way back in 2004. I mean, that actually seems fairly recent to me, but you know, it's a huge achievement to be back in the Premier League and starting off with this huge occasion at Wembley Stadium up against Spurs. Or I suppose actually by now this probably would be Spurs' new stadium. Well, hang on, are we the... No, we are the away side, yeah. So at the new, whatever they call it, stadium. And yeah, just we don't want to get embarrassed first game out. I think that's got to be the key, especially in these beautiful new kits, which I'm absolutely loving. We can, yeah, if we can get a point out of this one, be a perfect way to start the season. Marcelo Bielsa, Mauricio Pochettino obviously know each other well. Pochettino played under Bielsa, the Argentinian national squad. They will have embraced, I'm sure, had a few words before going to their opposing dugouts. Hopefully, Bielsa's had a word about Son, about loaning him. Although he starts today, we may well still be able to get him. That'll be interesting. Right, let's do this. Oh, Patterson. Yes. Wee Callum speeds through, and now he's away from Son. He's going to make his way into the box, puts it up looking for Maxi Romero. Eric Dyer with the header away, falls to Juan Brunet, who's hit that very well, and Lloris has to get down quickly to prevent Juan Believable Brunetta opening his account in the Premier League. And yeah, well, Callum Patterson got the interception, drove forward. Not seen a Scottishman driving forward like that since Braveheart. Very nearly got off the mark here in the Premier League. Bernardo under pressure, finds Guanca. Oh, ball's available to Kobos. Very poor defending there. Now Facundo Kobos. 2 to aim for, puts it up for Maxi Romero. The header is there and we're off the mark for the season. And Maxi Romero opens his account, which we can only imagine is once again going to be a very full account. Full of goals. And in the new kit, looking great. Thistle Hotel's getting more publicity than I thought they would ever dream of. Do Thistle Hotels even exist anymore? I'm not sure. We might have got the collar slightly wrong. I might have to go and look at that again. Doesn't quite match up with the buttons. But that was, well, far too easy in many ways. Kobos given a load of space. Then Eric Dyer just switched off. Romero, striker's instinct as ever, snuck in. Powerful header off the bar, beating Lloris. And it's the perfect start here for Marcelo Bielsa's men. Son now up against Patterson. Patterson sticks a leg out. Can't get close to the Korean. He'll have another go here. Patient build up this time, but Martinez with a great header. Now there's a potential break on here, but that's not a good ball from Mason Mount. No. Oh, Janssen. Very aware of the danger there. Oh, nice ball through from Kane. He's got the wrong side of Bernardo here. Janssen comes... Wow. Okay, fine. That's Premier League finishing. That's Premier League finishing. That's disappointing because we actually had them where we wanted them for most of this game. Bernardo just switched off. We did well to actually hold them back. We thought the positioning was pretty good. But then you give a world-class striker like Harry Kane. Did I just say that? No, he's all right, isn't he? He's a decent finisher. I'll give him that much. And you give him an opportunity like that. Oh, not even Sergio Romero could deal with it. I didn't even think we needed to bring Romero out. I thought we had that covered. We did not have it covered. And it's honours even here again. Patterson digs that out somehow. Oh, that's a great ball into Pizarro. Takes it down, hits it with the... Whoa! And it's the Argentinian Sergio Busquets who somehow scores our second goal today. He does not score many. That is a collector's item. And what an incredible game to find a goal. And it's great build-up. Patterson, that's a great ball into Brunetta. Brunetta, he did really well to find Pizarro. Hits it with his weaker foot. And this kit, this throwback kit, is clearly blessed with at least a bit of good luck. Brunetta somehow aware of the late run from the defensive midfielder. He was given way too much space by Sissoko, and he's able to beat Lloris, and we're ahead again here. This is quite incredible. Lamela. Oh, that's a good ball. It's Harry Kane through again, but Romero this time, aware of the danger, does really well. And that is half-time here, and the master has certainly got one up over the apprentice. I mean, Bielsa is the originator of Pochettino's style, and he is employing it here to great success. And this Spurs side don't know how to respond at home as well. It's going to be their first... Is this their first season in the new stadium? No, it would have been last season, wouldn't it? But still, look at that. Incredible stats. We've had 5 shots on target. More possession as well. We've started the Premier League season in exactly the same way as we finished the Championship. Absolutely on fire. Can we get an unlikely 3 points here today? That would be quite incredible. Mount inside to Patterson. Takes it away from Son. Finds Mason Mount. Loads of space for him. Look for Romero at the near post, and he heads just wide. It's giving Eric Dyer all sorts of problems. So again, the battle between Janssen and Kane is a good one, but Kane comes off better in that matchup. Son, good ball into Ericsson. Ali into Kane. Dele Alli with an effort. What an effort. The dipping shot is well saved by Romero. Spurs, they want to get back into this. They will not be embarrassed the opening day of the season. Or will they? Oh, Kane is pushed through. Pontus Jansson caught out there, but Romero. What a challenge that is. Put his body on the line there. Kane has had to pull wide. Martinez gets one touch in and Patterson gets a very important foot in. Lovely little ball over from Brunetta. He's got Kobos in space. He'll get to this ahead of Eric Dyer. Into the box for Kundo Kobos. It takes a deflection. I hope it takes a deflection. And it's wide. What an incredible chance that was. Oh, Pontus gets his body in the way. We've never had any issues with him in the air. Now Romero away from Dyer. Onto his left. Maxi Romero. He's giving Eric Dyer the runaround. He is adapting very well to Premier League life, which we knew he would. Very surprised that we've been able to keep hold of him. Oh, Son will keep this in. Patterson looking to close him down. Heung-min Song inside to Ericsson. Back out to Sissoko. That's a lovely ball. Ericsson will turn. Oh, what a save. It's a good clearance as well. Guanca uses the runners. Cuts inside. It was all opened up for him here. Can he get his first goal in a league shirt? No, he can't. He's hit the post. He has hit the post. We could have made this game safe 2 or 3 times now. Can only feel now after these misses that Spurs are going to get back into it. But that is poor. And now Patterson can bring it forward. Brunetta looking for the run of Romero. Has to play it back into Brunetta. Oh, Lloris is there. And Pizarro will be clapped off here as Matty comes on to replace him in these final couple of minutes. He scored the goal, and what a goal it is. And Matty comes in. I'm not sure if the numbers are meant to overline with those stripes. I don't know. All I care about now is winning this one. There's only a minute left in it. Oh, no, we needed to keep the ball there. Needed to keep the ball there. Needed to go dead now. Ericsson into Dembele. There's space now for Grilic down this right-hand side. Time is up, essentially. Grilic into Dembele. Back to Lucas Moura. Let's get it back here. No, God, no. Don't you dare. Oh, Romero. Yes. I mean, he's made some big saves today. But what a start to the season. A shock 2-1 win against Tottenham Hotspur. And Marcelo Bielsa will be very pleased with this first outing in the Premier League. Not much in the way of recruitment done yet. But Patterson and Romero, the 2 players we have signed, have come in and made a huge difference already. It could have been more for Leeds, really. I mean, Spurs had some great chances. Romero had to make some big saves. But ultimately, we have the 3 points, and that's what counts. And, well, yeah, we dominated. There's no doubt about it. We deserve to win that. More possession, more shots. Spurs look unimaginative. They looked out of ideas. That's the same thing. I'm just too excited. Too excited for words. Maxi Romero starts the Premier League as we expect him or hope him to do with that man of the match 7 performance. But Pizarro and Brunetta also getting 7s. Brunetta isn't really in Bielsa's plans, I don't think. Mason Mount, we know he doesn't play well out on the wing. Don't really see that's too much of an issue with him getting a poor score there, but what a start. So, incredible. Incredible. We start with a massive 3 points. Sees us in 7th spot. And Spurs, ooh, poor start for them. Hard to watch. And it's going to be interesting to see now whether that affects Pochettino's likelihood of... Oh, Lookman and Son both going through on a loan. That's massive. That's absolutely massive. We get an extra £33,000 in the old salary budget for winning the first game. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And that is very interesting. So that basically means... I mean, transfer fee isn't so much of an issue for us. And although Lookman is 3 million cheaper, actually bringing in Son would be a huge statement of intent for this season. A really top-class player. Doesn't particularly fit that well with our playing style. Neither does Lookman, to be honest. Origi really does. He's only missing 1 link. We need to get Origi. We need to make that money up. Where's it going to come from? Well, PT Pablo is going to give us an extra 600,000 salary. So that'll take us to 1.1 million. Basically means that we need to find 600 and something thousand, which, you know, we've got players up for sale who would do that. Yeah, Matty would cover it. Cooper would absolutely cover it. We really need to get rid of Cooper. He is shit, and we're paying him just shy of £1 million. He's not good enough for that. He's not. We're never going to play him. At least Matty does play. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks we either get bids in for Matty, Cooper, Matty or Cooper, that's it really. At a stretch, we can sell Brunetta. He did play well there and he's only a 500,000 salary, so probably, with Son and Origi coming in, we probably could get away with not having him. So that's a backup option. I think we'll be able to sign Origi. I think we will. I'm tempted to try and renegotiate, but with Newcastle interested, and this was on a bit of a sort of fine thing. If we take it down even 100,000, it goes down to 66%. Could try lowering the release fee, but even that doesn't really affect it much. So I think we've got to go for that, and then we've got to hope that a centre-back comes back of interest from Italy. I'm tempted to just knock this on the head and just go for a centre-back from England as well. I think if this all works, and it looks like it might, we could be in for a very strong squad. Origi, Son and Origi can both play centre forward. So that's basically our front line sorted. Brunetta and Mount and Guanca options at attacking midfield. We just need another centre-back, don't we? Obviously, we're putting a lot of pressure on Patterson and Kobos not to get injured, but their role is so rare that we can't really get replacements there, I don't think. So we're waiting on the scouts and we're waiting on some bids. We need bids. Harrison is back. That's good. But that's not a scout and it's not a bid. Harrison, another option as well. Let's not forget about him, but I just don't know if he's progressed well enough in the last season to be considered Premier League quality. Well, there's going to be no messing around. Oh, yes, Cooper. Thank God for that. Well, there it is. It's done. Origi and Son coming in. I would like to once again apologise to the patrons that there are no votes here. Although, to be fair, we had a lot of options. Did we do a vote on the keeper? I think we did a vote somewhere, somehow on the keeper. But we can now go in and say goodbye to Cooper. Hanging with Mr. Cooper we will not be. Let's remind ourselves of the homegrown rule. We're cutting it fine. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the last homegrown player that we can sell, which is fine. We don't really need to sell any of the others. 5 billion bid is fine. It's the wage budget that we needed to get him off the side for, so that's fine. So Cooper didn't really do much for us, and he's going, and then with the sale of PT Pablo as well, that will allow us to bring in Divock Origi and Son, and that is some seriously, I think I described it as Harry Redknapp on crack is what we'd need. Congratulations to Harry Redknapp, the nation's sweetheart. Who saw that coming? How weird is that to see how his fame... If none of you have watched The Jungle, what's it called? Celebrities in the Jungle? Then you're not missing much, but Harry Redknapp's done very well. I quite like him. Anyway, away from reality TV, Pablo Hernandez. It's going to be a shame because P.T. Pablo has been a fixture and he's got us out of a lot of situations. He's been a useful player for us, but we're just not going to need him. So we can say goodbye to him with a fairly heavy heart. And look at that, 2 million salary budget, 25 million in the transfer coffers. So we're going to do it. We're going to pull the trigger on two very exciting players. Lookman and Origi are fairly close, aren't they? Lookman's a better dribbler. Origi's a better finisher. Origi's actually a better passer by some margin. There's not a huge difference between them, actually. But Origi is a physical specimen. His unwavering balance is a little low, which is concerning, but he's strong and quick. So he may not be that great on the ball, but he's going to be good at getting to the ball with long balls. So, anyway, Lookman's alone, so we can't do that anyway. So Origi and Son coming in. Wow. I mean, who would have thought we'd be signing two players of this sort of quality? I certainly didn't. I certainly didn't see this coming. It looks like we may have to... Well, hopefully now we can sell Matty, and that'll give us the salary budget to sign a centre-back. That's all we can hope for. If not, we might have to sell Brunetta. But I can live with that. I can live with that. So Lookman and Druisi, we can end these negotiations. They were good options. Lookman, I'm a bit disappointed not to sign him because he's homegrown, he's exciting, he's young, but only getting him on a loan, it just seems a bit of a waste to sign exciting young players on a loan. A player like Son is exactly what loan transfers are for, as we proved with Isla. Well, it's all looking very good, isn't it? Can we keep these high spirits moving as we move into our second game in the Premier League? Really need to swap out Romero full time. Harrison is back as an option. It does help our team spirit to bring him in, but he's actually on poor form, so this won't be his debut today. We'll stick with Brunetta. Harrison could go onto the bench. Cooper, well, he'll be off. Big PT Pablo, he's on a blue arrow today. Maybe we'll give him some minutes. It's a testimonial of sorts. We're at 80 team spirit right now. Origi should actually help that, seeing as he fits in so well with our side. And obviously now we're up against Swansea City, the other team that got promoted. And they are a good side. We've struggled against Wilfred Bonney. They've got raw pace in Routledge. Dyer is tricky. And then a strong midfield. But Leroy Fer, you know, he loves to lose. So hopefully... Actually, they've got a 67 rated keeper. Right, time to power up the shots. Kobos, wee Callum. Let's do it. So with Origi and Son to come in, we've got real Premier League experience coming into this side, which I think is going to really add to the young, exciting players that got us up into this league. It is going to be a shame that Jack Harrison isn't really going to get much of a run out by the looks of it, but I'm not too upset. I mean, obviously Guanca is the player that will also miss out, but I think he's a great backup, and that's what we've needed. Probably not a starter. Brunetta as well, a good backup, but if we have to sell him, we will. Right, let's win this. Ball over the top. We'll find Wilfred Bonney here. Romero, wow. Oh my God, this guy. This guy, I love him. That was bravery there. That's poor. Pizarro picks it up. Sergio Romero already coming out with some incredible saves. Brunetta, lovely turn. Romero will lay it off into Kobos here. Looking back for Romero. Thomas will get it away. Oh, that's poor. Mason Mount into Maxi Romero. Swivels. And his shot is saved. Kobos into Patterson. Out to Mason Mount. To take on Martin Olsen. Does so with ease. Puts the ball in looking for Maxi Romero. Van der Horn gets it away. Only as far as Pizarro. Kobos into Maxi Romero. Turns. Hits it with the left. Oh, great effort. And Kobos steaming in. Almost got to that. Guanca into Kobos. Side to Patterson. Looking for Brunetta. He'll get to it. Low ball in. Looking for Maxi Romero. Oh, fortunate goal there. And that gets us off the mark again. And it's an own goal from Van der Horn. And that is unfortunate. But more great play from Leeds United. The passing is crisp. Brunetta did really well. He's had an excellent start to this game. It's definitely heard us talking about selling him. It's a fortunate finish off the defender. Once again, we take the lead here. And we are taking to this Premier League like a duck to water. Oh, poor. And Guanca picks it up. Romero making a run outside of him. Come inside of Maffio. Oh, that's great work. Still Maxi Romero. Can he get the effort off here? Oh, he's hit the post. How many times have we hit the post this season? That would have been an incredible goal to add to so many incredible goals that he scored in the past. But now Routledge will come the other way. Martinez closes him down well, forces him into a poor pass, but Leroy Fer gets it back. Now Olsen. Oh, good ball into Bonney. We've really struggled against him, and that's a good block. Really good block there from Pontus Jansson. Not cleared though from Guanca. And now Fer into Bonney. Swansea somehow finding a bit of style here and a bit of substance as well. And that draws it level. Jesus, that's unfortunate. They certainly stepped it up. I can't remember. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was Derby for a second there. Swansea, it's not a Derby. But that was a great finish. Oh, we were picked apart. You could feel it coming though. They didn't like going behind. Here in front of the home fans. And they stepped it up. We were caught. Bonney now. Swansea looking good. Routledge. Patterson holds off. It's out to Olsen. Oh, dangerous ball in. Bonney's there. Pontus Jansson with the header away. Backus though. Back into the box. Routledge, good effort. Romero, good take. This is turning into a good game. Kobos, lovely flick into Guanca. Needed to be there. Brunetta into Maxi Romero. Lovely stuff. Loads of yellow and blue players. Bombing forward. Brunetta. Back out to Kobos. Sees Maxi Romero. It's a good ball, but he's offside. And that's half time here in Swansea. And yeah, I think the stats will probably say that we're on top, but not by much. Oh, no. Even Stevens, really. Swansea, I guess, deserved their goal, and it was a very well taken one after a lovely flurry of passes. It was an own goal that got us off the mark for Leeds United, but it would have easily been a finish had the defender not bundled it into his own net. Well, our start to the season continues at quite a pace. Can we get another 3 points today? That would be incredible. Kobos looks for Guanca. That's a very well-weighted ball. Guanca lets it fall over his head. That's a nice idea with that cross. Just fires it into the danger area. Maxi Romero couldn't get to it. We'll have a deep throw here. Kobos inside to Patterson. Nice turn. Oh, away from his man. Gets the shot off. Oh my God, those posts. What is wrong with them? And wee Callum. Giving it the old razzle-dazzle. I can't do a Scottish accent, but the old razzle-dazzle away from his man. Unlucky to hit the base of the post. Oh, Swansea looking confident now. Pinging balls around. To the joy of the home fans. Struggling to get it back. Despite continuing to operate the gegenpress. Oh, and Olsen is found, but Martinez does really well. Can we hit him on the break now? Mount surely can find Romero. Oh, does really well just to nick that ball in. That's an awful ball over, though, from Brunetta. Guanca will just about get to it. And can slip in Kobos here. Ball inside looking for Brunetta. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, can we? We can't sell him now, can we? Look at those kits. I'm loving the old style kit. And that is great work there. Lovely work from, who was it? Kobos to put it in. Brunetta. Of all the players I didn't expect to be able to make the move up into the Premier League, I would have said Juan Brunetta would be one of them. But he's got a goal today and he's been performing well. He's going to make some decisions very tough to make in the next couple of days. Oh no. Oh, we've been done again. Oh, Dyer does really well. Norton, that's a good ball in, but Brunetta, oh, Brunetta can't win it back. They'll have another chance to put the ball into the box. Asoro now. Oh, just about did enough there. Patterson does well. Finds Mason Mount. Oh, lovely footwork from him. And now Patterson will dig out a ball, looking for Maxi Romero. That's some ball. Maxi Romero! Oh, we are playing champagne football here. And we're taking a step up into the Premier League very well. This ball from Callum Patterson is absolutely delightful. Romero with a good take, and he's just put it wide. Swansea bring it forward here. 77 minutes on the clock. Olsen, good ball down in the line into Routledge. Got two to aim for in the box. Oh, it's a good cut back. We get it away. Great defending there. So triple sub here as we look to hang on to this one. P.T. Pablo is getting his testimonial run out. Jack Harrison comes on for his first start in a few months. And Matty comes on for Kobos just to provide some extra legs in that wing-back position. 10 minutes left. We're going to drop the defensiveness slightly. Can we hold on to this? 5 minutes left in this one. This could be a last attack of the game, but Guido Pizarro says no way. Not on my watch. Matty, ball into Romero. Great take. Can he find P.T. Pablo here? Oh, Pablo. I really wanted to do one final P.T. Pablo take your shirt off, but it wasn't to be. And that was a very easy chance for the experienced midfielder. Possibly his last touch in a Leeds shirt, and he's been a real hero to these Leeds fans. Absolutely colossal player, a big part of the reason that we're playing in the Premier League now. But he couldn't finish it off. It would have been the fairy tale ending. 30 seconds left here between us and sealing what would be an amazing 6 points from a possible 6 from our first two games. Time is up here. We just need to go dead. This is exactly what happened in the last game. Norton could get the chance to put a ball into the box, but Matty comes across. Oh, come on, you got to stop it here. Oh, it's a free kick. There was nothing wrong with that. Everybody back. No, this looks bad. This looks bad. We're well past time here. Pontus heads away. Olsen, Maxi Romero wins it back. Wow. Juan Brunetta gets the winning goal to get us off to the perfect start to this Premier League season. Those 6 points will be absolutely invaluable. I can't remember what the chairman wants us to do this season, but it's probably going to be like top 10, top 9 or something like that. These 6 points could be absolutely crucial because it's going to be a huge slog. We're going to come up against better sides. If we keep playing like that, it's hard to imagine anyone being able to really blow us away. Good performance from Juan Brunetta. Throughout the game, he was great. Kobos did well. Guanca, not so well. Mason Mount actually did okay today. Romero could have had a couple. Yeah, everyone looking great. Romero was barely even called into action today. This is quite incredible. So there we have it. Well, we're conceding goals, as you would expect, but we're winning games, as is also the trend. Surely we can't keep this going. It's the perfect start, quite literally. And here is our rundown of our first Premier League month. Obviously, it's including some of the ICC games, so it's not really that telling, I wouldn't say. Not a huge amount to write home about. Callum Patterson, look at that. I mean, Isla was instrumental, and Callum Patterson looks to be slotting into that role with the greatest of ease. Janssen winning all the balls in the air, winning all the tackles. That's the thing. He gets a lot of stick. I'm tempted to swap him and Bernardo over at the very least, because Bernardo is quicker. So for that anchorman sort of sweeper role, he might be the better option. Worry about Janssen sort of passing a little bit further up the pitch, but he's such a vital player for us in the air and on the deck. Hard decisions to make. Maxi Romero, 13% success rate isn't great. I think a lot of that was in the ICC, but he's looking sharp, no doubt about it. So transfer deadline day is upon us, but we've got a lot of our business done, and here's one of them. It's Divock Origi, ex-Liverpool, I don't want to say starlet, but he was very highly rated. He's got that sort of chaos theory, Sonogo, who else am I thinking? Like maybe Benteke, maybe even Romelu Lukaku. You don't quite know what's going to happen. It's going to be a bit clumsy, but he's a physical specimen. He can score goals. He's going to be playing on the wing for us, but you know, he could do stuff. He could get stuff done, and obviously Son coming in as well, using that Pochettino link to its fullest. We are looking good. So let's take a look at how we line up now. Oh, options galore. Well, Mason Mount goes into the centre. That's where we want him. That actually takes our team spirit down a little. Juan Brunetta, despite the goals, will drop to the bench. I'm thinking, well, we'll put Son on the left. What's the difference? Oh, that's okay. So there's one difference in team spirit if we swap them over. Son he's the same as a left or right winger. Origi plays slightly better on the... Alright, we'll play Son on that side then. Son is a good part. I mean, Son's an incredible player. Look at that 83 finishing. He's still quick. He's not that strong, but he's got great balance. Attacking prowess is high. Surprising lack of player skills, but we know all about him. He's only 27 years old. We're going to get a great season out of him, no doubt about it. And Origi on the left, well, he's a star player. He's only 24 years old. We can mould him into something quite special. He should still be improving, and yeah, we can play him up top if needed. He's a great finisher. He's not bad in the air as well. His balance is a concern, but that's okay. That's fine. Balance is not something you would ever really associate with Divock Origi, but when it comes to just battering ram pace and power, that's where we're going to do pretty well, I think. So Romero comes in. We're up to 84 team spirit. Got to thank Scott with the link thing. I mean, he was right. He's always right. You know who you are. So now we do have quite a few options off the bench in terms of attacking players. We could do with another defender, though. There's no doubt about it. So Guanca, Harrison, Brunetta gives us three really good options off the bench. Matty could well be going. Ayling then becomes our only real backup defensive player. He can play all across the back. He's still decent. He's all right. I wouldn't be upset having to put him on. We do need one more defensive player, and that would see us looking pretty good, looking pretty decent. I'm very happy with how this has gone, and it perfectly fits in with our style. We've gone big on the attacking players. We've brought in real quality. Where is Son 81 rated? Okay, as a centre forward, so we can play him there. These three are interchangeable, aren't they? Really, and Mason Mount behind with his great passing and footwork, he is going to get a lot of assists. That's my prediction for him, definitely. Right, well, let's see what we can do in the final hours of transfer deadline day. We need bids in for Matty, and we need the scouts come back with nothing. Really poor scouting, actually. Let's see how much Lianco could cost us. So, transfer budget, not an issue. 751,000, okay, so that's doable. Given the big old clean sheet option, never going to be an issue. We never keep a clean sheet. Appearance bonus, we could maybe get this down to a reasonable 600,000, so we only need we need another 300,000 salary budget. We could bring him in. In fact, with that we could probably get him for 526,000. Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be fine. Fine. I mean, we don't have any other options. He's decent. He's a good all-rounder. 13 hours remaining. Oh, and there is the bid for Matty. Perfect timing on that one. It's going to be a tough choice. I'm not sure. Again, transfer budget, not such an issue, although we only get 4.7 million for him, but we get that 674,000 salary budget, and that will mean that we can sign Lianco. 22-year-old, big old centre-back, only really a centre-back. It's pretty quick, very similar player to Bernardo. Strong, great ball winning. Don't know if it'd slot in ahead of Pontus, but it'd give us the option there. Probably be better to have a centre-back who could also play at right-back. But we can do that. So 12 hours remaining. Still heard nothing back from the scouts. Is it too late to hear from the scouts? I mean, what sort of scouts are there that are giving us scouting information during transfer deadline day? I mean, that might happen. They might have found like a last minute potential signing that no one had thought about. It doesn't look to be happening. 9 hours. I mean, we need to leave 4 at the end. So, oh, we found a special player. Is this the one? Let's take a look. It's a winger. Oh, it's Shalanolu. Okay, well, I do love Shalanolu. I love a free kick specialist as much as the next man. We don't need a free kick specialist, obviously, because we have Mason Mount. I mean, he's absolute quality, isn't he? 83 rated. And we'll add him to the list for the future, but there's no way we'd be able to sign him in the future. We don't have anyone 83 rated either, so we can't do this. Except to trade for anyone. Could trade him for Callum Patterson. Just not worth it. Callum Patterson's the Don. He's the key to this side. So doesn't look like we're going to get the centre back that we really wanted. No, I like Lianka. You've got to be very pleased with this window. Even if we don't find something a little bit more of a utility centre back would have been better. My only slight concern though over this deal, getting rid of Matty. We really don't have anyone to fill in Patterson or Kobos positions. That is where Matty's been quite useful. With no Matty, we basically don't have anyone. We'd have to maybe bring Martinez up there. Injuries to Patterson make things very difficult for us. This is it. This is pretty much it. No scouting thing now. I mean, actually, we wouldn't even have time to negotiate. Oh, this is a big decision. Well, I'm going to leave this one to the Patreon vote. That's an easy one. That's a nice little Patreon vote for you guys to deal with. Oh, looking at that, Pontus Janssen, that is definitely the wrong collar. That doesn't work with those buttons. Sort that out. Anyway, this will go to the vote. Patrons will be able to decide. Do we bring in a centre back to give us 3 centre backs, or do we keep Matty, old dependable, who gives us backup for those wing back positions? Just about. Well, we'll find out what the decision is made by them in the next episode. But what an episode that was! 2 wins, 2 incredible signings. This is going to be a very exciting season. I'll see you in a bit.